Mavs Gillis here for SportsStream.ca. I'm here with Colter Simmonds. Colter, coach of the AC Rams as well. You're the founder of We Will Win. Why don't you tell us a little bit about We Will Win before we get into the NPH showcase?
Well, basically, We Will Win was set up to help young men and women find their way through academics and the sports that they love. So the foundation is faith, your family, and then your education is step one. And then step two is the sport that you love. Right now we focus on basketball, but the goal is to try to branch off and do other sports. The main thing is to give kids the opportunity to get the resources, to have the resources that they need, be it academic or athletics, to help them get to reach their goals.
The NPH Showcase, this was the first of its kind here in Nova Scotia. Your thoughts on the weekend as an event?
Well, first I want to say it's not the first of its kind, but it was great, and it's a little different than others. I can say that. I just got to pay homage to Coach Kendricks and the Great 48, and it inspired me to make it happen. So, and then working with North Pole Hoops to do it different, where we had an exposure organization that's going to give exposure to the players that are busting their butts, and then bringing in Phase One, who trained some of Canada's best to be the best. Bring them here, bring them all together, so that our kids can see that this is how you would train to be a part of bigger and better basketball, and then North Pole Hoops to give them the exposure that the kids need, and to believe that they have the talent out here on the East Coast to be talked about.
We talk about talent on the East Coast, and we often compare it to Ontario and compare it to West. What's our level of basketball at now, and what do these young athletes have to do to get to the level where people from out West and Ontario are talking about East Coast basketball?
First, they need to send us some big guys from out West, and then we're good. After we get the big guys, we got the guards. Our guards can compete with anybody in the country, so I'm happy with the guards that we have. But again, I say, if we get bigs, we're going to be all right. But other than that, I don't think the bigs are going to come anytime soon, so we just got to keep working hard, playing hard, training the way that the rest of the country is training to be the best.
The talent on the floor this weekend, who were some people that stood out for you that played in the showcase that we just had on SportsStream.ca?
Personally, don't really like to call out names, single guys out for good or bad, because then you might miss somebody. But to be honest, I was really impressed by Travis Adams. The heart was just so huge. He reminded me of one of my players at Cole Harbour High, Roberto Bills. It's just he got an engine that doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop. And then skill-wise, there's AJ, there's Jaden Norton, the bigs, Eric Nissen, if I'm pronouncing it right, he's gonna be a special player. There's a lot. The young kids. There's Levi Smith. There's names I'm not good with. I was just watching the kids and saying these kids are great, but and again, I don't like to call out names because then you miss out on somebody.
And be remiss not to mention, I know we got it as you were given the post-game wrap-up, but the girls that were playing with the guys as well, what was your thoughts of them going out and competing with these men?
All heart. All heart. All heart. That's all I can say is they got heart. I seen them get blocked. I seen them cross guys over. I seen whether good or bad, they just kept playing.
Colter, what's next for yourself moving forward into this basketball season?
Well, for this basketball season is getting my AC Rams playing their hearts out for me. We need more bodies, but the kids play hard. They're great young men. They're going to go on and do great things in this world. And it's just a joy to be able to come here and coach and work with them. There are no complaints. They just work hard for me. I just want to say something. Thanks to the Pond for sponsoring the games. We get free fish and chips to players and some of the volunteers. They offered a special meal that we gave coupons to go over. I'm not one to do the PR stuff, but you got to say thank you to those that have helped out. The AC for allowing us to host the event here. North Pole Hoops for coming down. He's going to give our kids a lot of exposure. And Phase One for showing our kids, if you train like this, you put the effort in, there's going to be results. They have the players to prove it. Wayne Dawkins and his crew, it was just great to have them come out.
Thank you very much for your time, Colter. Oh, one more?
I just want to thank my team that stayed here, my brother and my nephew Martez, that just helped all weekend. My fiance Michelle helped all weekend. It's just without them, it would have been pretty tough to pull it off. So my support system, I'd say. Thank you.
Thank you, Colter.